Hey, what's up, DIYers? Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thank you for watching. We're talking boats today, and in today's video, we are going to show you how to repair or replace the button covers or cap and socket of your boat cover. Let's get started. All right, DIYers, at the workstation now, and on the other side of my parents' 2003 Sea-Doo GTX, you can see the workbench over there. We'll get to that here shortly. And always busy here at our channel. Again, my parents' 2003 Sea-Doo GTX, and they allowed me to bring it inside for the winter for DIY repair videos for all of you, the DIY community. In addition, we are just shy of reupholstering a seat, and it's purple now. We are going to remove the purple cover and install a yellow cover because we already have a purple seat for a 95 XP, but we want a yellow one, and we're excited about that. Let's hop to the workbench. Making our way around the jet ski again. We are always busy here. We've got boat projects, jet ski projects, and more. And to the tool we are going to be using today, as you can see, heavy duty snap fastener tool. Down below in the comment section as well as the description section will be a link on where to purchase this. And this is definitely the tool you want. And I've used it a few times before, and to keep it in good condition, I basically put it back as it came brand new. And I will remove each of these pieces, become familiar with the actual little instruction paper here, and let's go and open it up. And here it is removed from the box. And DIYers, I do apologize about the busyness of our workbench. This is our primary workbench. We do have a secondary workbench. It's just a wood table, but we will be there here shortly. And again, there's your parts. We've got 10 studs, 10 posts, 10 caps, 10 sockets. That is this bag right here. And then in this section, you've got 10 screws, 10 caps, and 10 sockets, all in that bag. And those little adapters, very important. We will need those. And on the back side, instructions. Again, become familiar with those. And the tool itself, and you will see how we operate this tool. Next, I shifted the instruction page aside, and very important step. And in our case, with our boat, we've got these little screws or button screws installed on the aluminum frame of, again, the boat. So these are not going to be used. We are going to use these parts. Here we are at the secondary workbench, and again, it's just a wood table, but I will be honest, it does come in extremely handy when the primary workbench is busy and full of stuff, as you just saw. And here's my parents' cover of a 1993 Aquapedia pontoon boat. And hey, if you are into baseball card collecting, hockey card, basketball, etc., football, down below in the comment section as well as the description section will be a link on how to mount or hang pretty cool frames like this. And we've got PlayStation 1 games, raw cards, and PSA slabs. And we are going to create a video series, and we are going to review each of our collector cards. And there's the Sandlot and more. However, to the cover, we are very fortunate to have one missing here altogether, completely gone. And the one to the left has the cap, but nothing on the back side. So we are going to, again, use that tool. I'll probably set this aside and give you a better explanation or a rundown of the tool. And I did just that. I shifted the cover off the table. I rested the tool as well as the 3 adapters and the cap, button, and screw on the table as you see here. And again, on top is the tool, but first I want to talk about the 3 adapters. I'm going to talk about this one first. And this adapter is specifically for punching a hole through the fabric you are going to be installing these items to. However, in our case, our holes are already punctured through the cover. We are not going to be using this adapter. I'll set that aside. And the next adapter you've got is the calibration, or the adapter that we use to properly calibrate and set the tool. And you'll notice the hole in it, and this adapter has no hole. And what we are going to do is we are going to insert this in here in the tool and properly calibrate or set the tool. But I wanted to show you that. And here is the adapter that we are going to be using to crimp the cap and button together. And I'll set that aside for now, as well as this adapter. And again, here's your cap, the button, and the screw. The screw, in our case, is still installed and secured tight to the aluminum frame of our boat. And when this is all put together, that little button goes right inside there. However, Again, we are not going to use this. We'll set that aside. And these two parts are what we are going to be using. However, the first thing I'm going to do is properly calibrate and set the tool. And these are just like lock pliers, as you see. You've got this little unlock lever and lock lever when it comes time to secure it and lock it in place. And then you've got this long threaded stud. Go ahead and open up the tool as shown right here. And I'm going to grab this adapter right here that again has that little hole or machine cut. And the way I'm going to install it is just like this. And the cool thing is this is magnetic, so when it comes time to remove it, it might be a little tricky. Just be patient. And then up here, that is what that section of the tool looks like. And we are now going to close the tool. And the lever goes up and hold this tool closed. And from here, you'll notice the gap in between the lower jaw and the upper jaw, as well as the pin and the adapter. And we need to turn this threaded stud clockwise and lower the two jaws until they mate together. And what we're doing, again, is properly calibrating and setting this tool. And that little inner pin must go inside the adapter, and that larger diameter stud should be flush with the smaller machine cutout. Again, clockwise, keep turning it until you cannot turn it anymore. And as you see right there, we are now properly calibrated and configured. And from here, don't touch the stud anymore. Go ahead and grab the lever, unlock it, carefully open the jaws. And from here, again, it's magnetic, so it might be a little tricky to pull out. Go ahead and remove this adapter and install this adapter as shown right there. Now to a close-up view of the jaw, as you see right here. And now that we have properly set and calibrated the tool, do not close it. We are not going to close it or compress the tool until it's time to crimp the button in the cap. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Let's go grab the cover. At this point, as you can see, I've got the cover resting on the table. And again, in this hole right here, we are completely missing the cap and button altogether. And we are going to install two new pieces. And when it comes time for this one, as you can see, our cap is here, but the inner button portion is no longer here. Believe it or not, it is still snapped onto the button portion that is secured into the aluminum frame. So if you run into that, don't forget to remove that broken inner button that's, again, on that self-tapping screw that goes into your frame. And very important, although this cap is still here, DIYers, do not use this. We are going to carefully remove it altogether because as you can see right here, the hole has already been crimped. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to install both. And again, here is the cap. And make sure you install it properly on the proper or correct side of your cover. And use some friendly pressure or force to punch that through. And I do want to show you a close-up view of the difference in diameter or size of the brand new cap and the old cap. Again, a big difference. This one has already been crimped. It is no longer usable. We need to remove that when that time comes. And again, there's the cover and cap. From here, grab this portion, and you are going to install it as shown here. Just push it right through that center hole, as shown there, and then we are going to use that tool. I'll use my fingers to hold it. We are going to use that tool. And basically we have to come in and use the stud and pin portion and push it basically right inside the hole. And we are going to use that flat adapter on the actual cap. And let me position the cover where you can see both. And all I'm going to do is carefully and simultaneously, you're kind of doing three things at once. And from here, I've got the tool basically to a point where I need to crimp it in place. And again, the pin as shown there, and the top flat adapter onto the cap, and crimp it in place as shown there, and that is locked in place. And time to release it by pushing this lever and opening up the tool and removing it. I'll set the tool aside, and there it is. Check that out. As you can see, the inner circle is now larger and it has been properly crimped together. And you can no longer take the two apart. From here, again, we need to just carefully remove this old cap by use of friendly pressure, as shown there. Don't get them mixed up. This is junk. Set that aside. And as you can see, the hole is a little bigger, but it's fresh. And here is the second cap. Carefully align it properly with the cap on the outer portion of the cover as shown here. Grab the inner button. And again, this part right here mates flush with this side, as you see. So the inner portion looks like that. Grab the tool, and again, insert the tool as shown here with that pin inside there. Simultaneously compress the tool and carefully align the two, as you see right there. If it gets unaligned, go ahead and remove the tool and realign everything. You do not want this tool crimping in an offset manner. And with some friendly force, crimp the two pieces together with the tool, as you see right there. And carefully unlock the tool and remove it. Set the tool aside. And check this out. As you see, both caps and buttons have been properly crimped and mated together. And those are not coming apart. And what I did next was grab one of the screws that again is installed on our aluminum frame in the boat, and I'm going to test out the button and cap. Again, carefully push the two together, and there it is. That one works good. Nice. Set that aside, DIYers. As you see, a very friendly project as long as you have the right tool. Again, down below in the comments and description will be a link on where to purchase that tool. And if I remember correctly, it's not just these two. I think we have 3 additional caps that are basically needing to be replaced. We'll do that now. And DIYers, I have completed all of the button and cap replacements or repairs, and there was about 8 of them. And that toolkit is a must. Again, that is down below in the comments and description. And many more helpful videos to come on the 95 XP as well as the 03 GTX. And DIYers, that is it. I'm going to see my parents later this evening. I will hand them this cover and I will get the update from them maybe tomorrow, because it is raining outside. They're probably not going to pull the boat out and put the cover on. However, we hope this helps. Do us a favor, below the video, you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. Here we are at the pontoon boat, and I do want to give you a close-up view of the buttons installed on the aluminum rail or siding. And these two right here do not have the sockets broke off. This one does. And a little pick tool, just remove the actual socket. Just like that. Taking a step back, in addition, while we're here, just make sure that the actual screw of the button is tight. Do not over tighten it if it's loose. You do not want to strip it.